Hey there everyone, my name is Eddie Wang and today I'm here to explain one of my hat-trick Kang Lao favorite technologies, which is doing combos with a weight trap. It's one of the highest points of evaluation in my opinion. They are not easy to come by and to convert from, but they are still pretty fun, and it's now a true mix-up game. If you didn't know it, NRS were kind enough to make teleports comboable from certain strings as long as you have a bar. So now your opponent will have to deal with some of the weight trap mix-ups because it wasn't really comboable before. This was probably the best thing you could get out of a weight trap if you blocked something correctly. And best case scenario, it was if they were crouching and trying to poke you on a cross up and you will land this. But even this combo wasn't really consistent because callbacks Jogger 8 were pretty bad, and if someone was already crouching, getting hit by callbacks while they were crouching, and it was really bad, guys. It was annoying. People used to think, our trick is pretty good, you guys just suck, you should optimize your combos and shit. But it wasn't really true. The combos were pretty optimized, but it was really impossible to be consistent with the low callbacks on someone crouching. It also created a lot of juggling inconsistencies, if you remember correctly. So doing combos on someone standing or crouching was really different, so it was really annoying. But now there is a lot that you can do with consistency problems zones. One of the things is that now this will combo easily. This one too, it wasn't really consistent before. So now when you place a loud trap, you can jump over and do this from higher positions. Before you had to let yourself come down a little bit in order to get the juggle, but now you can do this from this position. You can even do it the highest possible. Yes, it is possible, the highest possible, and still convert yourself with a dive kick combo, as long as you but this alone is pretty consistent. So it's one of the things that was possible with a weight trap. The regular trap, it's more to bait wake ups because people that were afraid of the low trap mix-ups will just try to mash uppercuts, wake up attacks and such. So this will bait them with this combo right here. Now that wake up armor isn't too much rewarding now, except from a few characters, so doing this on baiting wake up, so people mashing buttons, is pretty rewarding. So now when you place a trap now on your combos, people will actually pay attention in order to see which one you have placed, which gives you time to do things like this. Something that was really complicated to do before. Now you can just do 1 1 2 1 2 4 dive kick, or you can also back jump, return with a dive kick, and still apply your mix-up game. But be wary that low traps on block meteors, they are minus on block. They are pretty minus the higher you do it, so it's something that you should always be careful how to use it. In best case scenarios, you can still have to do the jump kick, which is also pretty consistent now because of the callback juggle have been adjusted, so you can now mix up with a overhead Before, you were forced to do standing ones and standing two, and Kang Lao standing ones and standing two on people crouching like Sonya doesn't really have a good hitbox. So catching people crouching on with these moves are usually useless. So doing the kick is much better as long as you are heartless. You can also do this. Yes, this is a viable option. So you want to try your kick, but if they block your kick into callback, there is a gap where they can armor, just to let you know. So the biggest situation was, how do you set this up? So you want to, I will show you two different combos. The first one is the sets are hard to blockable on front, which is this one. This one sets a overhead low mix-up. If they crouch and you just do this and they get hit by the overhead, so the overhead into callback connects. You can also fake a standing two, and if they stand to block the overhead, you hit them with the callback, and you get your hard to blockable. It still isn't consistent. If you do it pretty high, people can still try to poke you out of it, but if you just use a bar to do it, it becomes pretty consistent. Yes, it is. But the idea of this is doing hard to blockables. So you can do this one, or you can do this and go for the overhead. If they cross block, they are hit by it anyway. So if they get hit by the overhead when they're trying to duck it, it sets up another hard to blockable with the overhead now over here, which is pretty consistent to hit now. So you will want to do this sometimes. So in order to get to this setup, there is a specific combo. I show you the first one. Now I'm going to show you the second one. The second one is this one also as well, but you will finish with a weight trap or a way low trap. It's possible to see which trap is placed, but the animation is so fast that if people try to waste their time with their brain memorizing which kind of trap you have just placed, they are letting themselves open for you to try new things like throws or your mix-ups, which is one of my favorite things to do, is doing callback jump. Yeah, this one is one of my favorites. People tend to try to poke out after I cancel into hard trap. Isn't really that minus, so you can still catch people with it. One of the things that they could try before is wake up armor. I'm going to put the wake up ups, and we're going for flying kick, right? We're going from flying kick this time. So you do this and you place a lock trap, for example, and they do this. They are pretty much screwed. If you see the distance with the hat, now this is a reward that you get, and if you block correctly, yes, this is a reward that you get now if you block correctly. It wasn't there before, so it's one of the nice things that I got in this patch. You can also set with a low trap. It works the same, as long as you have some distance from it. But you can also You can also bait wake ups in some other ways, but this is your current reward now. So people that are aware that your hat trick can do this, that you have this as a reward, will be more, they will be more subjective to respect your other options, which are so now that if you do this, people are more susceptible to respect your other options, like this one, or the overhead from above as you see fit, a jump kick, yeah, just jumping into callback and things like that. And if they try to anti-air you with a bad read, your conversion will be pretty sick, believe me. This is practically how do you apply your game with the away traps. Above traps is a different story. They only use currently is just for some combos. So you are now allowed to do this. It wasn't really possible before, so you can do this now. Before, in order to get the away traps combos, we had to have them out there, yeah, which was really annoying. So we have to have the out there in order to combo from this, and it wasn't really that good. So it was pointless, to be honest. It was pointless. The hat, it's useless because there is no really the place where the hat is spawned. It doesn't really help Plow a lot. It would be much useful if the hat was placed a little bit forward, so it will control the airspace, and the away trap above could also be put a little bit backwards. It will make a lot of sense to do some combos from it, which are impossible now. So in general, the away traps, they still have some use, but just one, which is if you put people trying to jump over forward, this is the only thing that the above traps are made for. So it's a huge gambling. It isn't really rewarding, so you don't want to do this. You better off just reacting to it with, if you place a forward trap, you are pretty much better doing this, which now requires a bar, by the way. So it's pretty much useless. So the point here today was landing away callbacks, mixups, and I think I already explained it, that it isn't really that difficult. You just have to see through your opponents in order to land them. It's not difficult. If they are trying to armor out of your mix-up game and you blocked, now you got a reward. And if they try to just smash anything else, depending of your pressure type, you're still going to get hit. And if they respect both options, you can still catch them with the cross-up mix-ups, which is the real goal of this deck. And if they try to backdash it, you can still catch them with EX teleport and catch them on the recover. As some of you know, I'm going to show you. We'll show you. So if people just wake up with a backdash, okay, so let's say they backdash to escape the mix-up game. So you do this and they backdash, they are going to get punished by it. So it isn't really something that they want to do most of the time, so they are better off wake up blocking, which is practically general consensus now. So there is other mix-ups that I've been working on it, like this one, but it's something that we're going to investigate a little bit further. In general, Hat-Trick is pretty great now. So one of the things that he got with the traps itself is now that if people crossing up, it becomes a weight trap, and now that they are comboable, so people will have a little bit more carefully doing things, because even as a trip guard punishing, this is pretty legit. So this is for today, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. So see you guys pretty soon on the next session.